Coach, we spoke about a month ago. At that time, you were on a four-game win streak. It's now at 12. How would you define the season you're having?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The girls have done a great job of just staying locked in. We don't really talk about the win streak. We've just been approaching one game at a time. To be honest, I feel like we don't even think ahead. We whoever we play Thursday, that's the most important game, and then when you get to the Saturday game, that's the next most important game. We're just focused on trying to win every single game. I feel like at where we are right now, every game we treat it like a championship game, and we just got to take them all so we can control our own destiny.
Your team cracked the mid-major top 25 a few weeks ago. What does the appearance and you're holding steady in that poll say about what you've built in not even two full seasons as the full-time head coach?
Yeah, I think it's huge for our program. When we took over here, we wanted to build Idaho into a mid-major powerhouse. We have, in my opinion, the most beautiful mid-major facility in the country. We have enough resources to be successful. I think going to school at University of Idaho is a really fun experience. So there's no reason we can replicate what some of the really good majors have been able to do. And I think getting to that poll for the first time is the first step into becoming one of those more established mid-major teams because we've been following that poll for years and it's always kind of the same people that's in there. It's really hard to get in, but once you're in, it's a little easier to stay, because now people know who you are. They kind of know the teams to look for. Obviously, you have to win and you have to be successful. For us, and we want to keep climbing up and up, and hopefully one day, maybe one year, we'll be in the top three, and why not number one, right?
Your team ranks fourth in the nation in rebounds per game. How does your effectiveness crashing the glass impact your game plan?
Yeah, my philosophy of rebounding really changed when I became a head coach. Every program I've been at, we never really worked on rebounding technique. We'd emphasize it, and obviously it's an important piece of the game. And then last year, when we built the roster, I thought that was going to be our biggest weakness. When we put the roster together, 13 newcomers, my first year as a head coach, we didn't have necessarily any great individual rebounders. So I was so worried about it. It's like, okay, we got to coach it, we got to drill it. It's something we have to kind of develop our own technique for it. So it evolved from there. And then I kind of changed some of the things that I like, some of the things that I didn't like. And it's paying off. We're top four in the country in total rebounds. And I think our offensive rebounding percentage is top 25 as well.
Deborah Dos Santos reached the 1,000 point mark for her career earlier this season. She also recorded her fifth double double of the season in your win over Sac State. What has she brought to your program?
She's unbelievable. She's one of the most talented players that I've ever coached. I mean, she was an all WCC first league player that is now chose to come to Idaho. She had an option to go pretty much anywhere she wanted in the country when she got on the transfer portal. And I mean, in my opinion, she's one of the best players in the league. I don't think her and Lorena Barboza gets enough credit just because they kind of split that center minutes. She's a great teammate. She's a great leader. She doesn't care if she has 0 points. She just wants to win. And she's been coming off the bench for us, and not once she complains about it. You don't get many of those players out there anymore. They're as talented as she is, and probably is our best player most nights, one of the best players in the conference, and it's okay with any role. She's just going to do whatever the team needs that night to win. Always has a smile on her face. She never has a bad day. I mean, she's everybody coach's dream, really, every coach's dream.
3 games left in the regular season. You have a chance to win at least a share of the conference regular season title, plus that top seed in Boise. As you put it, control your own destiny. How do you keep your team focused on the game in front of them and not looking too far ahead?
Yeah, I've been surprised with how well they've handled that. We try as a staff to just talk about who's next, instead of looking too far down the road. But I think our girls have really bought into that. They're right now we're worried about NAU. Obviously, we know we play Northern Colorado and Eastern after that, but we haven't talked about it. We don't focus on it. We have to go one game at a time because yeah, we do have a chance. But guess what? If we lose on Thursday, then those odds become a lot less than we have right now. So every game is a championship game. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We approach everybody like if we lose, our season's over. So and I feel like they really took that to heart. If you could come and watch our practice, they prepare like it's the March 11th championship game in Boise, and I think that's the reason we're on such a big win streak right now is that ever since we lost that Montana State game, that's how they approached every single game.